Hey, it's Bob Nagin, and in this episode of Real Retail TV, we're going to explore how you choose the work to do. What do you prioritize? How do you make your day, your weeks, your business career more efficient? So before we get into how do you choose the work to do, this conversation, I want to encourage you to register now for the Retail Success Summit. June 16 and 17, Grand Rapids, Michigan. May 15 is the last day for preferred pricing. Save $500, and remember, you're taking no risk when you come to the summit. If you're there and you're not thrilled with your experience, come see somebody on the team and we'll give you all of your money back plus $500. You can't beat that. So anyway, register now. So how do you choose what to do? How do you become a more effective business person? In last week's episode of Real Retail TV, I shared a quote from my friend Chris Knight. And Chris said that in the beginning of a business, the more you do, the more you make. But there comes a time in a business when the more you think, the more you make. And since you can't think and do at the same time, one of the challenges and one of the opportunities is to think more and do less. Not do nothing, but think more and do less. Which sort of got me thinking about, okay, it's one thing to share with people or to tell people to think more. It's another thing to share what to think about. And so that's what this is all about. When I'm going to encourage you to think more, but when you think, when you start to consider, what should I do with my time? What should I do with my energy? What should I do with my focus? What should I do with my creativity? Because those are all limited resources. Put them through the lens of WWMCW. WWMCW is an acronym for what would my customer want? And so because you and your team have limited resources, one of the secrets to your long-term success is to use them wisely. And you know, I know, we all know, you can squander your time, you can squander your money, you can squander your energy, but don't squander them. Use that time, use that focus, use that energy, use your team's time, focus, and energy to ask yourself to do the things that will make your customers feel wanted, to make your customers feel more loyal. You know, several years ago, Michael LaBouffe wrote a book titled Customers for Life. And in that book, he shared a statistic that was quite eye-opening to me. He shared the statistic that 67% of customers leave a business because of perceived indifference. The customer thinks the owner doesn't care. They think the owner is indifferent. Now, here's why it struck me so strongly, because I realized myself that I could care intensely. I did care intensely. I cared so much it hurt. But if it doesn't show up on the floor, if your customers don't get that experience, if your customers don't feel the love, if the customers feel indifference, they're going to leave. So that statistic and the realizations that came from it really kind of forced me to spend time, energy into doing the things that ensured that my customers knew that I cared. So what does that mean? It means that you spend time, energy, money, resources on things like training your people, finding good people, hiring good people, and then giving them the skills they need to be successful. How many of you hire and hope? Yeah, somebody quit on a Thursday, you need floor coverage on a Saturday. First person who comes in, if they're breathing, they've got a job. Well, if that's the way you're operating your team, those new untrained team members cannot give your customers great experience. They don't know what to do and they don't know how to do it. So when we talk about doing and what would my customers want, spend time and energy on training, on education, coaching, leadership. Bring those people along. When we talk about WWMCW in your marketing, are your marketing messages filled with deal of the day, come into this thing, do this thing? Or are your marketing messages filled with information that is valuable to your customers? Does it show that you care about your customers? When you think about yourself and where you're spending your time and your energy, are you building your mindset? Are you building your skill set? Are you building structure? Are you doing the things that lead you to become a better business person? Somebody who can serve their customers more skillfully, better, do all those things? And I hope that the answer is yes. So that's really my challenge to you today. My challenge to you today is to get past building a to-do list every day and going out and grinding at it. And to start really, really thinking about what you're doing and asking yourself, is what I'm doing right now leading me to and leading my team towards a better customer experience? Because remember, love your customers, the money will follow. So I hope that you found that helpful. And again, if you want to become a better business person, if you want to have a better mindset and a bigger skill set, I'm going to encourage you to register today. May 15 is the last day for preferred pricing. Save $500. I hope to see you there.